Then we had the Bears cleaning up free agency. Ryan Poles definitely being the man to love in Chicago right about now. They are spending a check on that linebacker room. They got Tremaine Edmunds on a fat deal, and they also brought in CJ Edwards from that Super Bowl defense in the Philadelphia Eagles. What do you think about this one, Marcus? What's your grade?
Them together is an A.
Yep.
Together, it's an A.
Yep.
Separately,
go for it.
CJ Edwards an A. I give Tremaine Edmunds one like a C plus. Tremaine Edmunds has had some ups and some downs in his career. He's still he is still solid. These two guys together, I think, finally replaces, or will at least attempt to replace, the production that we saw specifically from Roquan Smith. Obviously, because he's not there anymore. The Bears, as again, it's against my religion as a Packers fan to say all these nice things about the Chicago Bears. But the Bears are doing what they got to do, bro. Like, the Bears sat back. They watched, as we all did, they watched the Philadelphia Eagles and Howie Roseman go all in. We saw them get C.J. Gardner-Johnson, of course, for the Eagles did last season. We saw them go get James Bradbury. They did all this stuff, and the Bears are like, we might not make it to the Super Bowl because we're not there yet. But this is clearly the formula when you have a young guy that goes out and proves that he can do it. Look at what Justin Fields, again, I don't want to go back to this too much, but look at what he did this year. He showed, like you said earlier, 70 yards away from Lamar.
I think it was 64 yards to be exact. It's crazy.
Record. And his O-line sucks.
Yeah.
Could you imagine the investment?
His O-line was bad, dog.
His O-line was terrible. You thought Joe Burrow's O-line was bad. Go check out what Chicago is putting on the field on a week-to-week basis in that front five. Like, the Bears, this move, I think, is really good. These are two solid players. A guy that's been to a Super Bowl in TJ Edwards, and a guy now in Tremaine Edmunds who's been around the league enough where he knows what to do. And they're both solid players. The Bears are going all in on both sides of the ball. This is what Baltimore. This is what you do when you have a young quarterback that proves he can do it. You surround him with pieces offensively. You surround him with pieces defensively. You make the risks that no one thinks you should miss. This is how you set up your young quarterback for success. The Eagles showed us the blueprint to do so last season. It resulted in an appearance to the Super Bowl. The Bears, again, they're not gonna make it to the Super Bowl this year, but they're gonna be a playoff team, and a lot of that has to do with what they're doing. This move defensively, I love it. Give it an A.
Yeah, I'm going to give it an A as well, man. No question about it. I mean, when you look at what Tremaine Edmunds has done and what TJ Edwards did for the Eagles last year, despite what people want to say, talking about the 2023 NFL free agency craziness with GTP Marcus here on the NFL with AJL episode 11. And when I look at them after they signed Tremaine Edmunds and TJ Edwards, I'm like, damn, if only they still had those Roquan Smith, the Khalil Macks, the Robert Quinns of the world that they once did have in their possession. But Chicago, again, continues to build that linebacker legacy. And we remember when they had contract talks that stalled last year over Roquan Smith, I feel like that might have got to them because then he goes and signed a $100 million extension with the Baltimore Ravens. You look, though, Chicago just gave Tremaine Edmunds more guaranteed money than Roquan Smith, but also packaged in and afforded, Edwards for less than the totality of Roquan Smith himself when he was there with the Bears and basically what Roquan was asking for.
Oh, yeah.
You got two linebackers for the price of one in Roquan Smith. And some people obviously, like, maybe the two of them don't equate to one player. We know Roquan is in an elite category. We saw it from Georgia all the way to him with being with Baltimore now. But knowing that they were able to make the money stretch like that, again, Ryan Poles, he's the man in the room right now. Like, he is really making things happen. And Bears fans should be happy about this. Again, you look at Edmunds, he's 6'5", 250 pounds, really regarded for his coverage ability. And he had 5 pass breakups just in the playoffs this year for Buffalo. 79 overall PFF grade, so he's really not far off from his new teammate in TJ Edwards, who graded higher than that. You look at TJ Edwards' money as well. He has the 17th highest salary for an off-ball linebacker, which is a steal considering what they're actually getting out of him. He defended 7 passes in 2020, which is the most in his career, talking about the linebacker out of Philadelphia. The entire Bears linebacker room combined for that same number last year, 7 pass breakups, including Roquan Smith when it was prior to him being traded. And according to PFF, looking at TJ Edwards, he was the 6th best linebacker overall and 9th best in coverage as well. He's just now getting into his prime, it feels like, too, at 26 years old, coming off a Super Bowl appearance with that Eagles defense. And again, I know people are going to say, oh, the schedule, what did or didn't happen with them. TJ Edwards did his job. Tremaine Edmunds got the bag coming over from the Eagles and the Buffalo Bills to the Chicago Bears. It's going to be an A for me as well.